Staying connected. Coming to see Bob. Going through some stuff. Said he got to let out some steam. The world been clowning him. What's up, B?
Brother Dad.
What's happening? You getting it in, my man?
Yeah, a little something.
What you just hit that treadmill?
Little bike action.
What's going on, man? I'm glad you called me, bro. You said you need to blow off some steam, right?
Yeah.
What's going on? Well, we both in this video. Look at.
More kid action. More stuff about the kids. You know.
Your kids? Or the kids in the community on the transit system?
Kids on the community and my kids also. It seems like it's tying in. It's starting to tie in.
Okay, first of all, hold tight. Share with my people, man. How many kids you got?
Three boys.
You got 3 boys, right?
Three boys.
Okay, how old are they?
29, 27, 23.
Got grown men.
Grown men now.
Okay.
You know,
So what's happening? Give them an update, man. Kind of, let people know what's going on, man, so you know what direction you're going.
I'm going to start with the transit, what I see out there first,
Okay.
and the young kids that I do talk to. There's a lot of homeless kids that ride the bus.
Okay.
They they get bus passes from the shelters that they stay at, mainly the Star House.
Okay. Star House is like the shelter for homeless kids?
Shelter for homeless kids.
Gotcha.
And Columbus has a very, very, very large population of homeless kids. And, they range from anywhere that looks like that I've talked to, from like 10 to like 19, 20.
Yeah.
That's what they still take them in up at 20 years old. And the conversations that I have is they've been put out from their parents' house.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
Could have been theirs, something they went through.
Exactly.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but I met a young girl. It wasn't on your bus, but it was when I was coming downtown a lot at one point, that said she was in that shelter down there, the same place you're talking.
Yeah.
What you call it again, the Star House?
Yeah.
She said she was in there, and the reason she ran away from home and decided to stop going to school is because her mother used to beat her for not telling her when her uncle had to take his medicine and pee. Whenever the young girl missed that, she got beat for it. And it's not her obligation. It took away from her being a young girl. So she just wanted to get away and just to live her life, man. And that's what she's dealing with. Don't mean to cut you off, but that's what you're dealing with, right?
I hear stories like that also where, that's what they say. But some of them, have
some of them mess up.
Some of them mess up. Some of them.
Well, everybody's story different.
Yeah, do different. So it comes all around the spectrum when it comes to these kids. You never know what happened to them and why. But I try to ask questions and things like that because I have kids also. And as much as parents, as we try to raise our kids and do the right thing by them, at a certain point, you may not have control of that anymore. There's good parents and not so good parents. And there's good parents that have kids that turned away.
Yeah. Where did you think you lost control at? When did you think that started? How old and what time? We ain't got.
Honestly, I don't think I ever had control of my kids. I can only pour into them.
That's deep.
But
you don't think you ever had control?
No, their mother fought against me the whole time.
Okay. That makes sense for the brothers who hadn't been with the mothers.
Right. Me and her got a divorce early. Early into their lives. I think when I left the house to go to college and came back, it was over between her and I. Right. And I was only gone 1 year. So after I got out and came back from college, she had a new boyfriend already. And so we ran our kids split, and she was going on saying they didn't have to do this, they didn't have to do that, when I'm telling them, yes, you do. So,
Okay, can I stop you for a second?
Sure.
I don't want to cut you off, but I got to stay transparent, okay? Only because I want to stay fair to us. I want to stay fair to our viewers, and I want to stay fair to the process of what I think you're going with this. I think a lot of the situations that you dealt with came from, you just told me the root when you went to college.
Yes.
See, Mama told him something different, which was probably a different story.
Well,
Wait a minute, give me a second. In that light, like me, when I went quote unquote to college, I was fucking up. See, I could tell him that's where I went, but the baby mama was telling the truth, and therefore my children started making some moves that way. And that's what made me have to go back and grab them. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I really went and did something different, I'm only saying that because I'm giving you that option to drop that truth, drop that off.
I'll drop it.
Because that's what these boys picked up. What you really.
I left it at college at an early age because again, they were when I came home from college after doing the 1 year. One was one about to be 2. The other was 4. 27, 29. You know what I'm saying? So 4 years old. 4-year-olds and 2-year-olds, they don't have much memory of that. That's why we keep it at college.
Got you.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I got you. Now, I'm understanding what you're saying, but I'm talking about my viewers.
Yes.
Because I promised them to be honest.
A lot of us go to college.
Got you.
And lose our kids.
Okay, so they understand that game. Y'all know what college is. Y'all know what college is.
And some of the jewels that they seem to forget that I dropped on them was to keep your nose clean. It's going to be a hard challenge. And I tell the kids on the bus, keep your nose clean. The hard challenge usually starts between the age of 12 to 25. If you can keep your nose clean, not get into felonies or anything like that, keep your nose clean.
You think 12?
It can start at 12.
Okay.
Some of these kids that ride the bus, they're taking wrong turns that can lead to college.
I guess you're right, because that's when they start smelling themselves, around about 12 or 13, right?
Right. So, I try to tell even my boys, like I said, you keep your nose clean. It's going to be hard. These are when the challenges start. From ages of 12 to 25, you keep it clean, the world will open up to you. The opportunities will open up to you around that age of 25. But you got to have a clean record. And I got this off of my set of friends that you know also. We all went to college. He didn't go to college at all. And he has a much more successful life than we do. Now, some of us are doing good.
Listen, hold up, bro. I got to be straight up, man, because I got a mental health channel, man. And I got people that think different, see different, and don't read between the lines like a lot of us do, man. And let me say it for you, bro. We had some friends that got locked up, and we had some friends that never got locked up, that made better choices. And that's the term that we're using with college, so they don't think not going to college makes you successful. No. We had a friend that didn't go to college. We go to jail, and he became, so he didn't go to college either, but he kept his nose clean.
Kept his nose clean.
Go ahead, take it from there.
You know what I'm saying? He kept his nose clean. And that's what I'm telling these kids, what I'm expressing them to do, is I know it's hard, but make the decision to keep your nose clean, because if the opportunities are going to come your way later on. Right now it's a challenge, especially for my brothers and my sisters. It's so important that you keep your nose clean and make it a daily decision to keep your nose clean.
So what do you think about the young men who are in the early 20s, brother, who have a diploma and don't even have a record, but they run around repping a reputation that's really not what God got planned for? No. I mean, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You're looking tough and you ain't hurting nobody. You carrying a gun and ain't nobody looking for you.
There was a thing, and that's, I don't know about what it is about the black community that I love so much, but we glorify going to prison. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys be like, oh yeah, I got 2 numbers. Oh, I got 3 numbers or stuff like that. It's kind of like, being tough or something like that. Yeah. I got a number already or something like that. Like some kids express, oh, I went to college. Other kids want to say, oh yeah, I got a number. Having a number was never cool. Never cool.
They still think it is.
They're fooling you. People who got the number are talking tough, and they're fooling you. Don't fall for the trick that's been shown and given to us for tens and tens and tens of years.
But nobody talk about the Well, it's maybe a trophy because you said you've been there and you got a chance to see people you haven't seen in a while. But what about that scar? What about the things that you miss? See, I went to prison too. And guess what? I didn't get a trophy. I missed time with my children. I missed time with the people that loved me and gave a crap about me. And see, I dealt with child support behind that battle because all it did when I was away was just went up. And guess what? My kids never knew nothing about a dollar. They knew about time. And when I was away, they was missing that time. So where's the trophy in that when you miss time? So do you think that time that you went away to college/time hurt with you and your children?
Oh, it sure did. It sure did. Of course, they didn't even know that I went. At least I never did.
Well, they know now.
They know now.
Yeah.
That.
So that plays a role when they get older. They start thinking, man.
Yeah, but even so, my kids, after all the teachings and me showing them, they glorify my brother. This is what my son told me, or mentioned on the platform. He said that my older brother, who did half his life, didn't get to raise his kids because he did increments of 10 and 15 years at a time, missed his whole time raising up his kids.
Yeah, Brother Troy, rest in peace.
Brother Troy, rest in peace. Missed his time raising his kids. And my son said this just the other day that bothered me. He said, my punk ass daddy didn't take risks like my Uncle Troy did. My Uncle Troy is a true G. Why would I took a risk?
Out of his own mouth.
Out of his own mouth. I took a risk, and it cost me. It cost me jail time. It cost me my marriage.
They don't understand that.
It cost me my children. Now, that little bit of time away changed the trajectory of my family.
Yeah, it did.
Mainly my kids, because the woman can go away. I'm in love with my kids, and I was in love with being a father. But that, taking a risk and doing that year, took away from me, took away from that. I don't want that to happen to them. That's why I try to pour into them.
They don't see that.
Keep their eyes, keep their nose clean.
And if they watch it, they need to notice that you never said nothing about a trophy. No. Those are the scars. Those are the things that hurt.
Yeah, they hurt. They hurt to this day. My whole idea was to raise my kids, with the woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I myself didn't have kids until I was 25. I was being selective. At least I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really even love the woman after I found out I didn't really love the woman like I thought I did.
Yeah.
But I never wanted to.
You wasn't done playing either. No. That's just our truth.
But that's our truth. That's our truth.
But check this out, man. What I learned to realize just by having the children that I do have and dealing with the children, a lot of them don't really start manifesting the stuff that we put them through until they get older. Like when I got older, I went to my mother and said, "Dang, Ma, I get it now. Yeah. I know why you say keep cutting the lights out, or stretching out the dollar, or why Mommy kept saying shut my door. Now that I'm older, I get it, and I realize the trials and tribulations that they go through because we battle. But keep in mind, I want you to really soak this in because the kids are distant now, but yet they're there. You're there, and you've always been there. They don't know that. The people that know you know that. The kids don't know it because they got the later scars of what you really in college about later. So that means they've manifested and said, well, you know what? I still can move that way. Do you think that plays a role in why they're acting like knuckleheads?
I think a lot of it comes from not talking to me about what they're feeling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which I've always held open dialogue.
Yeah.
But again, we're getting two different sides. My teachings and her teachings.
Yeah.
Were totally different. I'm reduced to a weekend dad. Actually, it was every other weekend, which is not enough.
Nowhere near.
You know what I'm saying? Nowhere near. But I had to do
what
I had to
them.
do.
And you.
It affected them. It affected me. We cannot raise kids apart. We can raise them outside of the home together, but we have to be on one accord, her and I, and we were never on one accord. So they got two different styles, two different teachings.
Yeah. And expectations too. Don't forget about that.
That too.
We grow up with expectations. That's a big word.
I can only put my thumbprint on you, but once you go away from my place and you go back to hers for the next 2 weeks, that's wiped away.
Yeah.
That's wiped away. Now they act like I'm pressing the same stuff, but I'm pressing what I know and what black men need to hear, because I'm a black man. So that's what happened. Just her and I not being on one accord.
Well, dealing with the real men, real talk, man. We also got, right now, we're going through this segment of just a disrespect, just breaking the barrier with the brothers. Younger versus older. Well, not with disrespect on our end, but I know you deal with a lot of disrespect because the kids talk to you different. They talk to all of us different. They don't even listen to us. It's a different ball game, but they listen to rhythm.
Hey.
When you got something to keep it live and keep it lit, you got their attention.
All right, all I can do is just.
Charleston White got their attention, don't he?
He do. He talk reckless and wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I'm not going to talk reckless and wild.
Yeah,
I'm only going to spit you real facts. All of his stuff is not facts.
That's why I say you ain't got to beat your kids to get your point across. No. You don't have to come hard.
Nah. So it's
you ain't got to do that.
So yeah, I want to continue to talk to the kids. I'm going to continue to talk to the kids that ride my bus.
Yeah.
And give them insights on how to move. They may take it, they may not. You know what I'm saying? But I feel an obligation to let them know or give them an ear. Somebody's going to take it and understand.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to look back and say, okay, he might be onto something for things I see around me. These guys, pulling guns, holding guns, and you don't have a felony. You don't have a felony yet.
Ain't that crazy, man?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody after these guys, man. They ain't did nothing wrong.
Why are you putting your future in jeopardy for something that ain't even, that's not even bothering you? You just want to hang with your friends and look the road.
Let me ask you another question, my brother. Before we get out of here, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna let you get back to. It look like you got a lot of your steam off, man. You sound different than when I talk to you on the phone, and let me know it's working. What do you think about these young boys, man? They ain't got no felonies. Really ain't got no issues out here in these streets, man. But don't want to go get a career with a uniform. They got this thing where nobody wants to go be a CO. Nobody wants to be a cop or a firefighter or EMT. I mean, how do you feel about that, man? Because I think like this. Let me say this before I know I could be winded, but I'm gonna say this before you speak. My take on this is, if you're so worried about how people look at you, then build a unit. You get in there, bring some friends in, bring some other people in, build a unit. You understand what I'm saying? Protect yourself, also get the career, and also get the benefits, also get the home, get the house. Stop letting these kids who are not the minorities get it.
I would love to see more of my brothers and sisters on the force, on the police force. We need a greater sense of our people protecting us, surrounding us, and to keep in check the other guys who are surrounding our community. As black folks, we got to stop telling our kids, "Oh, you don't want to be a police." Yes, you do. We have to stop it.
That's the only way to make a change to get in.
Yes, we have to stop it from the inside. Right. When you see the white kids, they have their parents and their grandparents were cops, so they were bred to grow up to be policemen. Yeah. We have to do the same thing. We have to infiltrate the inside to get the outcome to come out for the betterment of us. So yes, go be the police officer. Do better than that. Go be the FBI.
Well, here's my thing. The small things that they can get hired for, like you could be a correction officer as a felon now, depending, as long as it's not a violent crime. Right. These guys are worried about how their friends, if they see somebody how it may look. I know for sure that if you see your friend laying in a rack in the prison, I guarantee you when he pulls his hair from that cover, the last thing he's thinking about is why you there. He's probably saying, I'll do anything to be in that uniform. I wish I would have made that choice. Right. He got a home he's going to. He got benefits.
But even if you're not going to be a police officer or a correction officer, keep your nose clean so you're able to get these loans and things like that.
There you go.
You could be
so some door open for you.
Yeah, you could be an electrician. You
pick up a trade.
Start out being a plumber. You can do these things, but you catch a felony, these things go away for a little while.
Wait a minute. Or if you start having children,
it
slows down for a while.
Hey, these are the things you don't want. So why? Yeah. So if you don't have a felony, don't put yourself in harm's way. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Build your future. There's going to be a future. You may not think about it right now. You might be like, oh, I'm living for the moment. But time keeps on ticking. Everybody who grew up thought, oh man, I ain't thinking about that right now. I'm living for today. I ain't even promised tomorrow. Well, you're gonna mess around and find out, yes, there's gonna be a tomorrow. When you're 35, 45, 55, and didn't think you was gonna make it, God made you make it, and now look at you. You didn't prepare.
But when it's over, it's done.
It's done.
Finito.
Get it while you're
Ain't
done.
no going back.
You know, if you do have a felony, it ain't over for you. It's just gonna dip you.
But when life is over, it's over, my man.
It's like you taking steps back. You know, and the guys that didn't get a felony are up here ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? So instead of taking a step back, try to keep your nose clean and creep slowly.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you'll look up and you'll find out that, hey, life did open up for me.
Yeah.
I got all these things that I feel like I should have at the age of 20, 35, things like that. You can have these things, and you can still have them with a felony, but it comes a lot quicker and easier if you keep your nose clean.
If you keep your nose clean. Trust me, we know a lot of brothers. I normally ask my brothers to give something positive when we done, Brother B. You've been positive the whole time.
Hey, positivity.
Y'all heard this from my brother, Bob.
All right.
You want to say something to him, man?
Hey, man. Work on your mind, your body, and your soul every day.
I like that.
That's it. Every day.
I like that. And wait a minute. Let me say something, fellas. We don't have any more excuses. We can't blame the white man. You can't blame that my daddy's not there anymore. You can't blame nobody, man. And the resources is out there just like it is for anybody else. And guess what? I don't know no library that charges you to get in. Trust me. If you ain't got it, you don't want it.
That's it.
And now you can get it on the toilet. And if you want to read, my brother, it'll read for you. We out here staying connected. Let's go.